Hi everyone, it's Marcy here from Stampin' with Marcy. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and I sell all of the products that I share with you. I am sorry I am a few minutes late getting on today, and I did not get a reminder posted. So please, when you join me, say hi. I love to hear from you. I'm just getting my iPad here loaded up. Hi, Anne-Marie, how are you? I was shopping in London this morning and just got back just a few moments ago. And I had to feed Lola and let her out and get her all situated in that before I could get started. So today is June 6th. The new annual catalog has been live now for 2 days. It went live on the 4th. So that means that everybody can order from it, and I can now open it and share with you all of the wonderful things that are inside. So I just want to, before I get started with today's card, I want to let you know that today is also the Creating Kindness design team. Today is our monthly hop, and this is the card that I created. Our theme this month is landscape. So if you pop over to my YouTube channel or my blog, you will find the video for this and all of the instructions and the product links as well. And you can also then click on the all the links for everybody else that is part of our design team blog and video hop. So that is that. So this beautiful catalog, I can now open it to you and show you just a few things because they have redone the way that they have. Stampin' Up! Has reorganized our catalog. So when you open it up, that is the same, but the table of contents here, let me just move this up a bit. So the very beginning on page 3 is all of our colors. Right at the beginning, so you can see what they are. And I'm just seeing on my iPad here that I need to push that up a little bit more. So this is something new, our bundle index, which I think is fabulous. Yay, Stampin' Up! This is awesome. So our bundle index. So at the very start from page 4 to 11, I have a little tag here on my catalog that tells me where the bundle index is. So here is where you're going to see your bundles and your codes and the price. Now, bundles are always, you save 10% when you purchase as a bundle. So all of our bundles are listed here, as you can see. And then, so also the photo that they share with the bundle is different than the photo that they share on the actual page. So for instance, the Free as a Bird bundle, it tells you that it's the Free as a Bird stamp set and the stitched nested label dies. You can find that on page 91. And this is the beautiful card that they share with us here. So if we were to flip to 91, it's the Bird Ballad Suite, and all of these cards are completely different. So they're showing us different ways to, okay, I've got some glare there. Just move my light down a bit. So they're showing us different ways to create beautiful projects. And then down here at the bottom is where your bundle code is if you've missed it at the front. But always check the front of your catalog first to see where, if it's a bundle and where it is, because all of the bundles are listed at the front. And something new this year, they have everything here, this suite. They have one code for you to purchase everything. So if you love everything that you're seeing, let me just fold this over for a moment. Bring this up. Is that better? Yes. So there's not as much of a glare, I don't think. So for $128.75, you're going to get the stamp set and the dies, the Bird Ballad Designer Series paper, the Bird Ballad laser cut cards in tin, the 3/8 of an inch scallop lace trim, and the Bird Ballad trinkets. So they have bundled everything together for you with just one code. Easy peasy. I like that. So let's go back here. So then we start off here with our woven threads. And then so we've got I've got mine all separated. I'm not going to go page by page. So kids and babies. This was a absolute must-have for me. My children, my baby will be 25 in December. My oldest will be, he's 28. I have a 28-year-old, turning 27, and going to be 25. So I don't have any little kids anymore, but I absolutely had to have this set. And my friends, you are going to be getting cards with this fun set, you adults, because I just love it. To me, okay, my kids were born in the 90s. Bernie, we went through Barney 3 times. Each one of them loved Barney. So Damon was born in 91, Connor was born in 92, and Danielle was born in 94. So Barney and Friends, we went through that 3 different times. So I love this. And the little one here looks like Littlefoot from Land Before Time. So this bundle here was an absolute must for me. And I will be doing some memory keeping pages with that. I just love this entire suite. Okay, so then we've got back here's our storage now. Most of our storage is not available till July because of being sold out. I believe we can still get the markers, the Stampin' Blends. But everything else is sold out for now until July, which, you know, is coming up very quickly. So, and then our color collections. Our in colors, Purple Posy. I'm going to say it's problematic, Purple Posy, because it's still, they have not fixed the formula yet. But they are working on it, and Stampin' Up does not want to release anything that is not 100% up to our standards, so that is a very good thing. So it is coming, and if you stamp Versamark on your Purple Posy cardstock, you're going to get that tone-on-tone look. Plus, we've got the in-color markers that you can use to color stamps instead. So, but it is coming July. We're hoping that it will be here. So then we've got all our fabulous Designer Series paper. Then they've Paper Basics. They've broken it up, and we've got some new watercolor paper coming. I'm really excited about this. I'm Fluid 100. I'm hoping it's nice and smooth. Let me move this over just a smidge so you can see. So then we've got our cards and envelopes, our memory keeping, Packaging Basics. So this is where you are going to find your pillow boxes, your pizza boxes, your treat bags and your cellophane bags and that. And then we go into our baker's twine and washi tape and that. And then here's all the beautiful ribbon and trim. And then our gorgeous embellishments. And then here are our coloring tools. My guy at Staples, he bound my catalog a little too tight, so I'm afraid my pages are going to rip. It's not wanting to go flat. So we have some new blends that I've got mine are arriving next week. So we've got in colors, we've got Rococo Rose, Pretty Peacock, Seaside Spray, and Purple Posy are in colors that we have blends for. They did not give us a terracotta tile because we already have Calypso Coral and it's close enough. It's kind of in between Calypso Coral and maybe the light Cajun Craze. So, yeah, so we've got 4 out of the 5 of the in colors coming as Stampin' Blends. We've also getting So Saffron and Gray Granite. Now I just want to flip back here to the colors to just go over with you. Where's my color? They've changed. Okay, so they've now changed the way our color collection where you get your products. So it's the same tone of color all the way across. Let me just take my silicone craft sheet here. So you can see that your cardstock, your Stampin' Pad, and your ink refill. You can see that it's all that color there. So there's no ordering the wrong product. So it's all a certain color bar going across. So that's going to make it that much easier to see that Highland Heather, it's the purpley tone that you're going to be looking at. So for your ordering codes, which is fabulous. And then you've got your cardstocks, your 12 by 12, your 8.5 by 11, your designer series paper. Everything is beside it. And your Stampin' Right markers and that. So it is one little block. I really like that. I think for you customers, it's going to make it so much easier to find what you're looking for, and you're not necessarily going to accidentally write down the wrong code. So pigment sprinkles, mine are coming. I cannot wait. I'll be showing you guys that. And then we've got the assortment too that we had limited release last year in August are back. I love mine. It's I've been using them all along. So then we've got all of your grid paper and all your adhesives and stuff like that. Our Stamparatus, and we've got a new Stamparatus foam mat. And the deluxe foam mat, I did not order this yet. It is a laminated grid. So I will be getting this for sure. Besides the grid paper, this is laminated, so you can just wipe any ink off. I like that. So then we've got our punches. And if it's new in the catalog, you're going to see an N. That denotes that this is a new product. And then we also have there's the N, the Take Your Pick die brush. So that is new. That's gonna, you're gonna unscrew your Take Your Putty and screw that in. And then here's all our dies, and they're bigger images so that they're easier to see. And then back here after that, okay, our embossing folders. Now, because we are no longer affiliated, let me just see if I can't. I might have to go back into Staples and see if I can get this unbound and then bound bigger, because I can just see that this is going to rip. Hi, Carol. Hi, Stephanie. So our folders are no longer called dynamic. They're just 3D. So all of the orange folders are the 3D ones. And it just says 3D, and of course the N for new. And then our regular folders are this. I think this probably is Purple Posy, the color. So that way it's easier to tell what is a 3D and what is a regular embossing folder. So you can see all the new folders we are getting. And I have not ordered any of these new folders yet. So this is really cool. So back here, this is where our projects are, our card kits and project kits. So this is a super fun one for the love of felt. So you get 3 different cards and you make 4 of each. And then there's a stamp set that goes along with it. So then we've got all of these all-inclusive card kits. So these are all at the back of your catalog now. And if you're in Canada and you do not have a catalog yet, if you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that you are currently working with, I would love to earn your business and send you a catalog. So all of these are our card kits. And then back here is our host stamp sets. So some beautiful offerings this year. And then our stamp index. So I'm not sure if you are aware. Let me just try to turn this a bit more. Any stamp set that you're looking for, if you know the name of it, you flip to the back of your catalog and look, it's listed alphabetically. You look at the name of the stamp set, and that's going to tell you what page it's on and if it's offered is photopolymer or cling. So okay, Born to Shine is page 143, and it gives you the product code and the price. So you just flip to page 143 and there it is. So that is a easy way to locate your stamps. So that is my quick catalog walkthrough. Yes, Carol, finally, nice weather. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. Now, this is the card we are going to be creating today. I am using the Floral Essence stamp set with the Perennial Essence Designer Series paper and the Bird Ballad laser cut cards and tins. This is a beautiful tin that you can use for gift giving afterwards. And these cards and envelopes are just stunning. So I love the scallop on that envelope. And then as you can see, this is open right through. So what I have done for my card is I have taken a piece of my Perennial Essence Designer Series paper, this pattern here, and the back has this beautiful daisy-like pattern. So I've chosen a pattern that I like the look of from the front and the inside. So the inside of your card is pretty as well. And then I have gone ahead and stamped my flower right here on the inside. This is a bundle. This can be found at the front. So we've got our punch as well. I love it when I have a punch to go with my stamp set. So we used this the other night in class. So it is this image here, and that I didn't get get my blocks out yet. So, and a handy little tip for when you're stamping, when you've got a punch, a coordinating punch. You can see the way the punch is. So when you're stamping, make sure that you stamp on your paper the same way that the orientation that your punch is. Oh, also, this leaf here coordinates with our leaf punch. Isn't that awesome? So I'm going to take my leaf punch stamp as well. And I need my beautiful sentiment. Put that on as well. Okay, move this out of the way. So what I have done for, might as well just bring this in. I have shimmery white cardstock. Oh, and FedEx is here with the stuff I could not wait for. So what I'm coloring with Gorgeous Grape and Highland Heather. So popping open my Highland Heather, the lighter of my two. And what I'm going to do is, I've got a brand new Stampin' Sponge. Look at how pristine that is. Loading that up. And then I'm just going to get that color. I'm going to cover. And I'm not too awful concerned about leaving any real circles because I'm going to be stamping over it. And I try to start my daubing of my ink. I always try to, I don't just take it, stamp, and then turn. I start my circular motion before, so it's less of a big blob. And as you can see, then I'm going to take and see I need a little bit more for that one. Because I want to make sure I've got enough color on there to cover. And I need 2 of these. Okay, so that's good. And then I'm just going to keep going around here. Yeah, so this morning I went shopping with my older sister Anne to get some new clothes for our upcoming incentive trip that Brad and I are going on with Stampin' Up. It was the perfect day to shop as my favorite store, Banana Republic, had 40% off a bunch of stuff, including their sale stuff, which was fabulous. Gotta love that. I almost never pay full price for my clothing because I like a good sale. And I hadn't been shopping in a few years to really update my wardrobe. And seeing as I'm not just hanging out in my basement creating for you guys, I thought it was probably time. Okay, 1, 2, perfect. Yes, that set is gorgeous, Anne Marie. So I'm not going to put this away quite yet because I want to do the back as well. So now I'm taking my Gorgeous Grape and I am going to ink that up. And if I move it over here, I can probably get a third up over there. I'm being conservative with my cardstock here. So now because I've paid attention to the orientation, now all I have to do is just slide this in and know that I'm not going to have to try and finagle it around. So we are just going to line that up and punch, and do the same with this one. Punch. Okay, so set that aside, because as you can see, if I want more, I've got another one right there. I've got room for it. So let's set that aside. Now I don't want my back, even though I've curled this and you can't totally see, but I want to make sure that I've got some ink on the back. So move my dark gorgeous grape out of the way, and Highland Heather, here we come. And I'm just coloring that so that way it will so the Canadian Open is this weekend, fairly close to us in Ancaster, which is just outside of Hamilton. Do I have any golf fans watching? We are going on Saturday. Brad and I and the boys, we're going to watch. We are a big golf loving family. Other than Danielle, she enjoys watching it. She has her favorite players, but she doesn't really enjoy golfing, so which is fine. All right, so now you see I've got both the front and the back are now colored. All right, so put that away. Oh, and I forgot to get out my Pear Pizzazz ink. I'm also using Pear Pizzazz, and I'm going tone on tone. So let's just, I need 2 of those. And I have gotten a little heavy-handed. That's just, and press too much. There, that's better. Making sure that I'm fully inked. Okay, so I need 2 of those, and that punch, the orientation is like this. So there's 1 and 2. I think that might be too close. Let's just flip that over, and I don't like the way that's stamped. So let's go here. Okay. Punch that out with my leaf punch. This card is really an easy card, but very pretty. And I love these laser cut cards and envelopes. I think they're gorgeous. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in my, this is a stitched shape, the circle, the second largest circle. So I'm going to bring in my sentiment that I did not line up very well. So I'm going to put that down on my grid paper and making sure that we are fairly straight. Pick it up, and I'm stamping my sentiment in Gorgeous Grape on Highland Heather. Okay. And because this is photopolymer, I'm using my paper pierce mat. So I'm going to stamp this towards the bottom, to the left side. Just like that, giving it a second for the ink to transfer. Perfect. Close this up so I don't make a mess. Now, get my bone folder, and I'm going to hold on to the base of the leaf there, and I'm just going to give those petals a bit of a curl. You can curl it as much or as little as you want, but that way it's just sitting nicer on your card front. And I'm doing the same with my leaves. Now you have to be careful because this is a lot thinner here, so be very careful. You don't want to be too aggressive or you'll rip that leaf right off. But I just think it sits so much nicer on my card front if I give it that little bit of curl. Okay, so now I don't need this at the moment. I do need my silicone craft sheet or craft mat. So I am going to pick, I want this one I think to be the top. So I'm just going to put, don't need a lot, remember, little goes a long way. A little bit of liquid glue right there. And I'm going to just line that up just like that. And there I have my pretty flower is together. So here's a helpful tip for you. If I was to go ahead and glue my leaves on here underneath my flower and then go to glue it, depending on how I've aligned it, it might cover up my sentiment, and I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is decide where I want my leaves to be around my sentiment. So then I'm going to take my leaf, I'm just going to put it down, and I'm just going to give it a couple dots of glue because I don't need a whole lot. A little goes a long way. And I'm going to put that there. And I haven't been reading comments. Sorry, I'm paying attention. All right, so thanks, Carol. Yes, Amory, this set is gorgeous. It was one of my had to have right away from the pre-order. So I know I want this other leaf coming down a bit further. Hi, Debbie, how are you? Bob is for the whole weekend. You're not coming down, Carol, to, whoa, that's way too much glue. We'll just have to be careful because I was reading comments. So, and then as you can see, I can just turn this as to however I want that orientation to be on my card front or on my circle there. Just like that. Give that a moment to dry. So I'm going to see I've got no glue on the outside. So then to attach your designer series paper, see if you were to go the pink like this, see, isn't that pretty? It's just so soft and subtle. It takes that bright, this is rather bright, it takes it and just makes it so subtle. But I want this pattern here on the front to coordinate with my purple. So what I'm going to do, all the Belfour guys are going, hi Kay, how are you? Thanks for watching. Yeah, I'm not sure what time we're going exactly. So what I'm doing is, you don't need, like I said, a little goes a long way. So I am just taking dots of my liquid glue here. And I'm just going around, right up around the edge. I can hear some of the neighbors are cutting grass. I have to do that as well. We've had so much rain. Okay, so I've got little dots all the way around the outside. Not a ton because I don't need it. And then I'm just going to put a couple dots there. You don't need to cover the entire area. It's not necessary. And one there. Okay, so now put my lid on so I don't... And this is where the silicone craft sheet is so handy. Now I want to make sure that my orientation on the inside, that looks like that's upside down, so I'm going to flip it like that. So I'm going to lay this down just like that. And because I know I don't have glue everywhere, I know I'm safe to put my finger down and just slide that up with my phone in the way. It's kind of hard. There, see that? Perfect. We've got a nice even border all the way around. Because I didn't use a lot of glue, there's not glue oozing out. And now I can take my sentiment. You could pop this up on dimensionals, but with my flower already curled in the leaves, I didn't feel it needed it. And then just adjust that. Don't want my words crooked there after all that work. And then I'm just trying to make sure that I am sort of centered with the circles there. And I think that is good. Give it a bit of a squeeze. Now I'm taking my gold faceted gems and I'm going to add just a little bit more bling. Got some bling because of the shimmery white cardstock. It makes it shiny. But we want just a bit more with, now which, no, that it's not. I'm just looking at the sizing. That's too small. It's the bigger one. So I'm using the biggest. On here they look like, oh my gosh, they're in your face. But on here, it just is beautiful. And then this sheet here is out of the little ones. So this one here, I'm going to grab and put one there, one there. So do you guys have a favorite must-have stamp set or bundle from the new catalog? Have you ordered yet, or are you still making your order? I'd love to know. Okay, so those three are now on there. Thank you, Debbie. Okay, so one more thing. I want to put my little flower inside here. So I am just going to open up again. Remember, squeezing. Now it doesn't want to work. Oh, because it wasn't closed all the way. By squeezing that top 2 fingers, if you have stronger hands, I have little hands, stronger hands, you might be able to do that with just the one. So to open that up, so I'm going with my Highland Heather, and I'm going to bring it up just a bit because I want it to not quite be all off there. So if we go like that, and then get that out of my way. Because this, I'm going to move this up so you guys can see. So you're not afraid to line up photopolymers. So because there is the stamped image below. You just have to keep turning your stamp till you find the right alignment. I'm going to have to stand up and hope for the best because the camera's in the way. Not too bad. A little off down there, but still very, very pretty. Adds to it. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and make this envelope just as pretty. No naked insides, and we want our envelopes to let the recipient know that they've got something pretty inside waiting for them. Just like that. Look at that. I know I'd be super anxious to get opening something that arrived in the mail like that, wouldn't you? So there we have it. So this is the card I've created with you right now. This is my original. You ordered too much, did you, Anne Marie? Yes, that's the lovely thing about being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. We get at least 20% off on all of our orders. I absolutely love that because this catalog, I say every catalog, I say, oh, Stampin' Up! Has outdone themselves, but this one here, there is so much that I absolutely love and can't do without. At least that's what I say. Oh, I can't live without it. I absolutely have to get that. Every year I say I'm going to try to be better. And I'm just, I just love Stampin' Up! Products so much. I just can't help myself. And if you find that you love Stampin' Up! Products so much, you can't help yourself, and you live in Canada, why not join my Sassy Stampers family and get all your products at least 20% off. You get to be part of a Stampin' family community that love, share, and inspire each other. We have a lot of fun and together, and we love to create together, and we go to Stampin' Up! Events and stuff like that. So we would love to have you join our team. $165 worth of product for only $135 in Ontario. There's no tax, no shipping in Ontario. Other provinces, some provinces do charge tax, but there is no shipping anywhere in Canada for your starter kit. And you can pick absolutely anything from the starter kit or from the catalog, any current product from the catalog, from the clearance rack, and get at $165 worth of product, pay $135, and then any orders after that, you get your 20% discount. Thank you so much for sharing, Anne Marie. I truly do appreciate it. Sharing is caring, and it's how I get new crafty followers, crafty friends, customers, and team members. So that is it for me today. I have to get some grass cut and some other stuff done. So thank you so much for stopping by. I truly do appreciate it. And I will see you next Thursday. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Bye for now.